Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Kay's Corner. How you doing?
About today's show because the topic of today, by popular demand and requested by my number one fan, Zena Woodward, is hip hop and religion. The two most contradicting subjects of modern day. So don't flip your switch because I got some good stuff coming your way. Videos, insight on my religion and what we think of hip hop, and some guests who can share their opinion on hip hop and religion. Hello, today on Kay's Corner, my first guest of today is Bintu Moyo. She's a pastor at Friendship Church of God, and I just want to ask her opinion on hip hop and religion. Okay, Bintu, your first question of today is, do you believe that religion is transforming to fit modern day?
Yes, I do believe religion is transforming to fit modern day because nowadays everything's about music and entertainment. And it's much easier to get our young more interested in God and in church with music related to God.
Okay, for your second question is, what are the biggest arguments made about hip hop and religion?
Well, to me, the biggest controversy between regular hip hop and religion is the regular hip hop is, promoting violence, drugs, all sinful commandments, and telling our youth it's okay. And it's even come to a point that some of the rappers are using God's name in vain. Rappers such as Kanye West.
I like that song.
He had the song he said he made Jesus walk, so he's never going to hell. To me, that's a joke towards the Christian religion. And how can our young take the religion seriously when there's rappers, people that they look up to, laughing at us?
Right, so you're saying that hip hop and religion just don't correlate?
There's just no line that they can combine.
And what do you do you believe that the message sometimes could be sent good?
I don't believe the message is sent good. I don't think there's any good message sent from regular hip hop. Because in order to get the fan base, you have to say something against the religion. We don't believe in violence. We don't believe in drugs. We don't believe in disrespecting females. And that's all hip hop contains of nowadays.
Well, I believe sometimes the message can be good. The delivery itself could be bad. Just to appeal to the crowd. Okay, your final question is, since when was religion supposed to be fun? Isn't using hip hop a way of bribing the younger generation to appreciate or be, with the Lord?
Okay, well, for that question, Kumba, when was religion supposed to be born for the young? Is it bribing when the kid does good in school that the teacher gives them a reward? Is that bribing them to do well? So if we put a song or a surah in a song version for them to get it faster or be more entertaining so they can sing it, is it bad?
Well, I feel as though when you're pushing a child to be with the religion, yes, it's not as appealing to them, but also bribing them if you're just doing it for the reward of itself. So they're just doing it to be involved with the music. They're not really doing it to be involved with the Lord.
Well, just as long as they're involved, it's better than them watching music videos of females and all types of degrading stuff. I don't see no harm in persuading a child to learn the religion through a song. If we sing a song, they like it, it's catchy, they'll sing it. It's better than them singing about drugs. You consider it bribing, but I just see it as persuading them to do the right thing in a different teaching method.
So like a positive peer pressure.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it.
Okay, my next guest of today is Miss Hajabalu. How are you doing, Miss Hajabalu?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, my question for you today is, how do you believe that hip hop can change Islam's culture?
Hip hop will change the purpose of Islam because Islam is against music. And when you put music into Islam, it's two different things that cannot match because the 5 pillars of Islam does not contribute music or dancing. We believe in the 5 pillars of Islam, believe in Muhammad, and nothing pertains to hip hop in this religion. So it's haram.
Okay, thank you.
My belief on religion of itself is not necessarily that you praise or believe in God all the time. I believe that religion is just what you believe that you live to do or what you're meant to do. Some people believe that they are meant to dance. Some people believe they're meant to sing, and that's what they divert their time to. Some people believe they're meant to worship, and that's what they divert their time to. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't believe in God. It's just that religion is what you live or what you live for and what you live to do, your purpose on this earth. My religion is Islam, but as you can see, I'm not covering my hair and I'm not covering my arms or covering my legs. You know, some may say that why do you claim a religion when you don't follow all the rituals? Well, I know that Islam is basically that you follow in Allah's footsteps and you follow in Muhammad's footsteps and you believe in the Quran and the message that it sends. And I do. But I don't believe that all the other rules are necessary for me to carry forth the religion. All I have to do is believe in Allah. Also that when you claim a religion, that means you put it first. And I do put Islam first, although I don't, cover myself up. I don't eat pork, I read the Quran. I try to follow as much of the rules that I feel as if they are, necessary. So I do claim the religion, and I don't call myself a theist, saying that you believe in God, but you don't know in which way. I like the way that Islam conveys God in the way that the message they send about how God believes that you should act, in the way that God believes that you should be as a person and who you should follow and, what you should do in this lifetime. He said that he put us on this earth to worship him. And as long as you're doing so, no matter in what form, I feel like, the job is getting done. Islam is known for strict rules and regulations. The covering your hair, the no eating pork, the praying Islam usually never tries to find methods to entertain their youth or keep them attracted to the religion. Most of the rituals and beliefs are installed from birth. Today, the youth of Islam is trying to change the mindset of most Muslims. Okay, the 9/11 makes. I'm going to show you guys a video, an analyzed video on how I believe that hip hop is used a little bit to degrade. I just wanted to put forth the message of how the Muslim community is having a difficult time. The youth having a difficult time using hip hop when most of the time it's put in a negative manner because of 9/11, Boston bombing, London.
Dr. Dre, or should I say Dr. Gay? You are a very bad man. You diss the wrong motherfucker. You thought Osama wouldn't diss you back, bitch. Things just ain't the same for Osama. So much drama since the World Trade bombing. And the Pentagon got the whole world calling me the killer of Congress. Like, the strangest things can happen to an Afghan when people get wrapped up in Islam and Allah. Then some shit eaters fly planes and wreak havoc. And then you go fuckers put the blame on Bin Laden. Now
told you Jesus came to abolish religion? What if I told you voting Republican really wasn't his mission? What if I told you Republican doesn't automatically mean Christian, and just because you call some people blind doesn't automatically give you vision? If religion is so great, why has it started so many wars? Why does it build huge churches but fails to feed the poor? Tell single moms God doesn't love them if they've ever had a divorce, but in the Old Testament, God actually calls religious people whores. Religion might preach grace, but another thing they practice, tend to ridicule God's people. They did it to John the Baptist. They can't fix their problems, and so they just mask it, not realizing religion's like spraying perfume on a casket. See, the problem with religion is it never gets to the core. It's just behavior modification, like a long list of chores. Like, let's dress up the outside, make it look nice and neat. But it's funny, that's what they used to do to mummies while the corpse rots underneath. Now I ain't judging, I'm just saying, quit putting on a fake look. Because there's a problem if people only know that you're a Christian by your Facebook. I mean, in every other aspect of life, you know that logic's unworthy. It's like saying you play for the Lakers just because you bought a jersey. See, this was me too, but no one seemed to be on to me. Acting like a church kid while addicted to pornography. See, on Sunday I'd go to church, but Saturday getting faded, acting if I was simply created to just have sex and get wasted. See, I spent my whole life building this facade of neatness, but now that I know Jesus, I boast in my weakness. Because if grace is water, then the church should be an ocean. It's not a museum for good people, it's a hospital for the broken. Which means I don't have to hide my failure, I don't have to hide my sin. Because it doesn't depend on me, it depends on him. See, because when I was God's enemy, and certainly not a fan, he looked down and said, I want that man. Which is why Jesus hated religion, and for it he called them fools. Don't you see so much better than just following some rules? Now let me clarify. I love the church, I love the Bible, and yes, I believe in sin. But if Jesus came to your church, would they actually let him in? See, remember he was called a glutton and a drunkard by religious men. But the Son of God never supports self-righteousness, not now, not then. Now back to the point, one thing is vital to mention. How Jesus and religion are on opposite spectrums. See, one's the work of God, but one's a man-made invention. See, one is the cure, but the other's the infection. See, because religion says do. Jesus says done. Religion says slave. Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage, while Jesus sets you free. Religion makes you blind, but Jesus makes you see. And that's why religion and Jesus are two different claims. Religion is man searching for God. Christianity is God searching for man. Which is why salvation is freely mine, and forgiveness is my own. Not based on my merits, but Jesus' obedience alone. Because he took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped down his face. He took what we all deserve. I guess that's why you call it grace. And while being murdered, he yelled, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Because when he was dangling on that cross, he was thinking of you. And he absorbed all your sin, and he buried it in the tomb, which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, come on, there's room. So for religion, no, I hate it. In fact, I literally resent it. Because when Jesus said, it is finished, I believe he meant it.
God is the greatest. Planet Mars, we carved in the faces. You couldn't catch us in the car without the bangers. Believe that touched a couple of movie stars and
I don't think like usual people who think like usual people who don't think right. I think like Muslims and movements of people who move with their people and move with your people. What's your life like? Mine, dog, of course is real. Passing judgment. You niggas second guessing beans cause you don't eat swine. Don't make you look mean. Dog, you know a couple swords out the Quran. I guess you all on your deen and I ain't on mine. Stop that.
Thanks for watching another episode of K's Corner. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope it was entertaining to you today. And I hope you learned a lot about hip-hop and religion, also my religion, Islam.